I am 19 years old and a high school student. I have a brother who is 17 years old now, and he often does creepy things recently. One day I was watching TV with my brother in the living room, and he suddenly started yelling. Shit, stop it. You think this is funny? It was kind of strange because my brother usually doesn't curse and get angry like that. What's wrong? I asked, and he replied, Hey, go to your room and you can come out maybe 30 minutes later. What's wrong with you all of a sudden? Well, I'm not kidding. Go inside. Hurry. Being scared, I went into my room, lay down listening to an MP3 player, and fell asleep. The next morning, I was woken up by my parents. We have to go to the hospital right now. I asked what was going on, and it turns out that my parents found my brother was lying with bubbles in his mouth when they came back home after closing the store. They ended up taking him to the hospital, having a test, but there was nothing wrong with him eventually. The doc said it was just a sudden case. I felt something really odd at this point. Why did he send me into the room so abruptly? There was once my brother had caught a bad cold, and after that he's been changed a little bit. And one day he was playing with his computer and suddenly came to my room saying like this, Hey, aren't you feeling chilly? Before I asked my brother why, I kept getting goosebumps behind my neck. Don't know the reason yet. Then he continued, If you want to look behind, do not close your eyes, okay? Why? I don't know, just someone told me. Shrugging, he went out of the room again, and I thought he was a little bit weird. He was hospitalized for a few days and finally came back home. Why did you pass out that day anyway? His expression suddenly changed as soon as I asked about what happened that day. And what he said followed was just pure horror itself. Actually, I've been seeing strange things since I was in middle school. What do you mean? Do you remember that day when we were watching TV? I told you to go into your room? And the reason I told you like that was I saw 3 women that day in the living room, holding their hands and kept spinning around you. I had goosebumps all of a sudden. But when you get up and about to enter the room, they started to follow you. He told me that he then continued to hit the floor with his palm to prevent them. Then they looked at my brother, smiling widely, and suddenly approached him. You know what they said to me when you went into your room? He was laughing, saying like this. What did they say? Want to join? We are all thirsty. He said the reason the ghosts said they were thirsty was that they wanted the human's life. Anyway, he started to curse at them indiscriminately, but suddenly his body did not move. Then one of the women approached him. Her face had changed into a grotesque look, like exactly the same as a ghost in the movie Ju-on, and she was smiling at him. In front of my frightened brother, she moved her face closer to him and started licking his face with her black tongue. He ended up passing out. That's what he told me. Even when he was in the hospital, he had the same nightmare, and he had sleep paralysis for a while.